Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Govinda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga. I heard encore. Okay, encore. Hey, good morning, afternoon, and evening to celebration time, worshiping the Lord in ecstasy. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, All right, let's we'll do a little traditional here. It's a little hard on my voice to sing too much right now. Let's see here. Let us chant the holy name. Holy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Govinda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. All right. I was reading some Chaitanya Charitamrita. I think I'll read those same verses again. Actually, I was in them.
Professional. Thanks for using.
Amala Bhakti Das. You know what? Maybe we'll try it with some music today.
Bluetooth connected.
Let's try it with some. Maybe, what should I put in the background? Let's see here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Professional mode. Pop mode. Host mode.
I was reading about this beautiful incarnation, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, came to save us in an easy way. Yeah. So let's read about Lord Chaitanya. I think you're going to like this, Amy and everybody else. Ava, welcome. Coming, Aman, and Janaki. Okay. So, Adi Leela, Chapter 3, the external reasons for the Lord's appearance. Thank you, Lord Chaitanya, for coming to save us. Thank you for bringing your devotees here. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya. By the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet. By the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet. Oh, are they potent? By the potency of his lotus feet. Oh my goodness. Okay. By the potency of his lotus feet. By the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet. Even a fool can collect the valuable jewels of conclusive truth from the minds of the revealed scriptures. Even a fool can collect the valuable jewels from the conclusive truth from the minds of the revealed scriptures. It's so true, man. It's gold, man. It's golden. People are trying to overcome illusions, overcome the Maya, the spiritual path in many different ways. This is the best. Best I've ever found, man. Get the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet. The potency of the shelter of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet, which comes in Parampara system again. Same message. We'll repeat this message until the whole world gets it. Okay? You get the potency of the shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. And then you go into the minds of these revealed scriptures and rejoice. Rejoice. I was listening to Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Malabhaktidas, just chanting the verses, and it was like, wow, this is a mine of jewels and truth to liberate souls. Now that's gold, man. That's treasure. To help assist others to become attracted to Lord Chaitanya so that they have the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet, so that they can also collect these valuable jewels from the minds of the revealed scriptures. Don't think this kind of guru thing here we're doing here is like a guru trip. Usually these people, they get on the guru trip without getting people to trip out on the lotus feet of the Lord. Here you get to, you get the potency of the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. See, the guru principle works. It's really wonderful when you have it, right, correct, conclusive. See, then it works. All these other gurus, it just doesn't work, man. It ends up being a real cult. But, so you got to get this bhakti, because this bhakti is pure. It's purifying. It gives us pure intention. Even fools like this guy here. You actually want to really help people. Why? Because the heart gets purified, and then that's the desire of the Lord. He has Nothing to attain, but to, share. Share this. Help people get this potency of the shelter of his feet. Come into the parampara system, and very quickly you get it. So a beautiful verse. This is a treasure. This is the path in a nutshell. It's always been the path, these things. Where are we here? Oh. See, even a fool can collect the valuable jewels of conclusive truth from the minds of the revealed scriptures. It's just like the Bhagavatam verse. Sukadeva Goswami heard the Bhagavatam from his father, and then he repeated it, and it became even sweeter. See, the revealed scriptures were written or sung previously, and they become more sweet, more beautiful, more understandable, more realized. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, and all glories to Lord Nityananda. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, and all glories to Lord Nityananda. And all glories to Advaita Chandra. All glories to Advaita Chandra. And all glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. And all glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. I have given the purport of the third verse. Now, O devotees, please listen to the meaning of the fourth with full attention. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost core of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he descended in this age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no other incarnation to bestow what no other incarnation has ever offered before. The most elevated mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. See, offered to bestow what no other incarnation offered. See, like with an offering, who's accepting? That's the thing. So we're here to teach people the glories of the Gopi Bhav. God is devotion, pure devotion, the glories of pure devotion, Gopi Bhav, conjugal, very, very wonderful. By example, you can see devotees relishing the sweet taste of the mellows of love of God. See? Why? Because the devotees here have perceived the potency of the shelter of Lord Chaitanya's feet. You can tell they like reading these. They get life from these books. See, life. It's a real life and real light. It's conscious. These books are conscious, man. They awaken your consciousness more. Purify it. Can't say that about anything in the world. Everything else is unconscious, like Bhagavad Gita says. The air is unconscious. Fire is unconscious. Water, unconscious. Earth, unconscious. See, these are all, people are looking at these things. Unconscious. See, that's why there's no real life. Devotees look at the faces and the eyes of people that are just living on air, fire, water, earth. Doesn't matter if they're the fantastic yogis even, or they're really great, personalities. Right? And we're not even finished. This is still coverings to what is really conscious. See, we don't get energized really, a little bit, maybe physically, but not spiritually. See? Because we're spirit souls. We need soul food, spirit food. See, so air, fire, water, earth, unconscious, still not finished. Ether, the ethers, up there, unconscious. Mind, oh yeah, mind is unconscious. It's considered unconscious. You know how many people identify with the mind? You know, a lot of people on the spiritual path try to teach people how to overcome the mind. So people are struggling. I got to overcome the mind. The mind is in the way. Yeah, you have to have a meditation beyond the mind. See, that's the problem. So you got to meditate on something higher than the mind, deeper than the mind. Mind, intelligence. Oh, okay. I'll meditate on. I'll be aware of my intelligence or the intelligence of others. See, but unless another person's intelligence is a liberated intelligence, it's still unconscious. It's considered unconscious. Even if you're a great philosopher, see, it's still unconscious. It's a covering. See, we learned this Bhakti Yoga. See, if you have faith and trust in the greatest personalities, unconscious still. Mind, intelligence, still unconscious. That's why people, they're meditating on the mind or even higher, the intelligence of great philosophers. But to a devotee, that's still not alive yet. So mind, intelligence. Oh, and down we got the false ego. You know how many people in religion believe the false ego is God? They think, oh, okay, let's meditate on the false ego. Goes around, people see it's now there's a ras. Oh, look, worship, adoration, distinction. You start to imitate God and Guru actually. See, you start meditating on being worshipped and adoration and distinction. That's a false ego. It's the last snare of Maya. And we're here to help break people through that and say, hey, you got to go deeper than that. Come, let us assist your meditation above the false ego. Okay? And in this realm, you cannot go by speculation. You know, no speculation can keep you from getting this real soul feeling. Can help you get this real soul. Okay, now we get the potency of the shelter of Lord Chaitanya's feet, Imperampara. Okay, now you get the shelter of what? Radha and Krishna, devotion to Krishna. That's the potency. Yeah, Sri Krishna is Sri Radha Krishna. And Chaitanya, it means life force. You get that life force becomes your life force. Radha and Krishna worship. All right, now you've superseded the false ego. You are now a liberated personality. You're meditating on the Supreme Spirit. You know, love of God, Radha Krishna, devotion to Krishna, different names. Love of Ram. See, so now you got it, man. Now you transcend all the modes of nature. Now you know what Arjuna was taught. This is what you learn here, how to transcend all the modes of nature by surrendering to Krishna, because you've got the potency coming in parampara system. It's being offered again. See? Being offered. Who's going to accept? Confirmation. Train confirmation. Who's going to accept? See? Because if you get this potency of the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, that means love of Krishna in this life. Attraction, ever increasing attraction to Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna and all their wonderful devotees. And the taste, you can taste and feed yourself because you're eating that transcendental food. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is soul food. Your soul is awakened. Now you know, oh yeah, this is life. And then you see, oh yeah, you're right, Krishna. All that is unconscious. That doesn't feed my soul. Okay? Got to get the potency, the shelter, lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Comes through the real associates of Lord Chaitanya. Read the pastime today. Lord Chaitanya told the brahmachari, don't try to increase your power, your spiritual power by austerities, your renunciation, and sadhana. Okay? Increase your spiritual power. How? The conclusive truth that the real associates of Lord Chaitanya know and offer it to you. Pretty simple, isn't it? Come and associate with these juicy devotees, man, who know what real life is here in our society. In our society. See? Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace place. This is a great verse. See? And Janaki says, I'm jumping on this train. Thank God. Man, it's nice to have somebody like her around, man. Boy, you should have seen all the presents I got today. Wow. Everything I could use, too. And she got it cheap, too. She got it at the... Here's where we got to praise Amazon. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you, all you people, including myself, that return things to Amazon because they just throw it in a bin and sell it for pennies on the dollar. And Janaki was right there buying it all up. She got some things for $1. Actually, 25 cents you could do it. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't this nice to have treasure, man? The treasure. How did that verse go? Let's look at that verse again. Man, what do we got, a windstorm here? Is my microphone okay? Is it not blowing all over the place? This wind is like blowing like crazy, which is nice, actually. It keeps it cool. See, you come here. We'll teach you what real treasure is. See, when you get soul food for your soul, man, it awakens your soul, gets it to burn bright, shine in this world. See, you understand you become a connoisseur. You don't just want anything that people say is truth. You want to be a connoisseur. You get conclusive truth. The highest truth, the deepest truth. That means you're going to have the clearest understanding, the deepest knowledge, uncommon Krishna consciousness, uncommon. Okay? By the potency of Lord Chaitanya's feet. Yeah, good. So may that Supreme Lord, who is known as a son of Srimati Sachi Devi, the son of Srimati Sachi Devi. How would you like to have a son like that? The son of Srimati Sachi Devi. Be transcendentally situated in the innermost core of your heart. Transcendentally situated. If he's there and you become aware of that, Lord, he shows himself to you, it just burns off all contamination, man. You realize, you're my Lord, man. You are the one I've been looking for in these modes of nature. I've been trying to find you in the earth, in the water, in the fire, in the air, in the ether, in the intelligence of people of the world and philosophers and all of this. And now I found you in Parampara system, a real guru, connoisseur of truth has come to me. The potency of the shelter of your lotus feet has been given to me in following this way. What can I say? This is the best. Conclusive truth. from the minds of the revealed scriptures. Are they minds to you? Just ask yourself that question. You find life in the scripture. I mean, real. How much life do you have? Is it to the life of the level of ecstasy? Well, it can increase forever. So once in a day of Brahma, he descends to this world. Oh, wait. Lord Krishna, the son of the king of Raj, is the supreme Lord. He eternally enjoys transcendental pastimes in his eternal abode, Goloka, which includes Vrajadam. See, he eternally enjoys transcendental pastimes up there. See? And what did Jesus say? Thy will. See, what is the will of the Lord? What does he like to do? What is he willing in the spiritual world? Engaging in transcendental pastimes. He wanted to bring those pastimes here so that he could teach that, teach its glories. Okay? So yeah, because they're transcendental pastimes, very fun, very wonderful. It gives us real understanding. It gives us real knowledge. Teaches us what life is really about, who we really are, who the Lord really is. Mighty God, what real purification is, what real inspiration is. The empowerment to be a soul winner, to help people transcend this illusion. Whoever will listen to this conclusive understanding. See, the Lord gives you got to find those who really have the potency of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. They have the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. And then they give you these conclusive truth that they're mining in these revealed scriptures. See, they just place it on a gold platter for you to eat and wake up and nourish your bhakti. Now, there ain't a better path than that, man. More powerful one than that. So once in a day of Brahma, he descends to this world to manifest his transcendental pastimes. We know that there are 4 yugas, namely Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali. These 4 together constitute one Divya Yuga. So that's a long time. Long time, many billions of years. "71 Divya Yugas constitute one Mananvatar. There are 14 Mananvatars in the day of Brahma. The present Manu, who is the 7th, is called Vivishwan. 27 Divya Yugas, 4 million. Let's see, 27 Divya Yugas, 27 times 4 million, 320,000 solar years of this age have now passed. At the end of the Dwapara Yuga of the 28th Divya Yuga, Lord Krishna appears on earth with the full paraphernalia of his eternal Vrajadam. Isn't that amazing how rare this incarnation is? This is Kali Yuga. And you have to see Kali Yuga revolve 27 times. Then on the 28th Kali Yuga, Lord Krishna comes. Lord Krishna comes. And he brings his paraphernalia, all his devotees, all his weapons, everything to this world, this earth. That's about once every 4,320,000,000 solar years. Okay? And that's just Krishna. And he only really is showing it to showing these pastimes to his devotees and a few other people, and he comes here and he destroys the demons, because they're overburdening the earth. Gets a little exercise, with his weapons. So let's see then what happens. Servitude, dasya, friendship, sakya, parental affection, vatsalya, and conjugal love, shringara, are 4 transcendental mellows, rasas. By the devotees who cherish these 4 mellows, Lord Krishna is subdued. See how important this teaching is? I mean, you can't get this from the Christians. They don't talk about these 4 rasas. So the most intelligent are those persons who take advantage of this incarnation. He's the latest one. Came only 500 years ago. Came to give us more information about the varieties of love of God, these mellows in the 4 rasas. Servitude, serving the Lord as an intimate servant. Friendship, hey, Krishna, let's hang out. Hey, parental, hey, better behave, Krishna. Conjugal, oh my dear Lord, you are my most beloved. See, these different rasas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This one's keeping it cool. Absorbed in such transcendental love. See, this is it, man. See, it's just like people absorbed in eating. You ever get absorbed in eating? It's so tasty. Yeah, absorbed in tasting Krishna, your love for Krishna, in one of these rasas. See, absorbed in transcendental love of Krishna. See, it's an awakened taste. See, but you got to associate with awakened devotees. Otherwise, it looks like, what are they doing, man? I can't relate to that. See, your spiritual senses have to be awakened, spiritual taste. Bhakti Lata Bij is called. You get this Bij, this Bhakti creeper of devotion. It awakens in your heart. And then you water that instead of all these other material rasas. That stuff is dead. This is life. See, real life is transcendental. It's food for the soul. Absorbed in such transcendental love, Lord Krishna enjoys in Vraj with his devoted servants, friends, parents, and conjugal lovers. Lord Krishna enjoys his transcendental pastimes as long as he wishes, and then he disappears. After disappearing, however, he thanks thus: for a long time I have not bestowed unalloyed service to me upon the inhabitants of the world. Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. See, this is the essence of treasure again. For a long time I have bestowed unalloyed service to me upon the inhabitants. See, 27 Divya Yugas. Even on the 28th, as Lord Krishna, he didn't bestow this loving service, this ecstatic loving service upon the world. That is Krishna. For a long time, he didn't do it. And what does it say? Without such loving attachment. Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. In other words, we're not alive. It's useless. Everything here, people are basically, when you look from this level of perspective, their lives are more or less futile in that sense. It's not alive yet. Maybe just a higher quality of life from the mode of ignorance to passion to goodness and to liberation. But this loving service of the Lord, man, that's where it's at, man. That's life. You got a taste for that. It's like, wow. Otherwise, without such loving attachments, just like the Lord says, and you come here, you'll start to see that. The existence of this world without this loving engagement, sadhu sangha, worshiping the Lord in intimacy and this transcendental taste and increasing, developing ecstasy. See, that's the real path, man. That's the narrow path, the narrow gate, see, that goes quickly into immortality. Straight. Without getting deviated, unless you get deviated. Everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scriptural injunctions. But simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiments of the devotees of Rajabhumi. There we go. That's why I say, do you have the real greed? Have you tried to attain Krishna Vrindavan by rules and regulations? Are you ready to hear the truth? The truth is in the book, but who's ever told you the truth? Who's ever spoken that verse to you? Okay? People just go right over it, usually. But you see how important it is? Without such loving attachment, this material world is useless. Could you imagine if people knew that these activities are basically, looking from God's perspective, useless? That's why he comes as saviors. He comes himself. He comes in the mood of a devotee like Lord Chaitanya. He comes as Christ, to help us get real life. Realize. So for a long time I have not bestowed unalloyed service upon me to the inhabitants of the world. See? Bestowed. Isn't that interesting? People think you got to work for it. You got to follow rules and regulations to get it. And what does the Lord say? It's a bestowing. That's why I say, got to come in parampara. Because then, when it's available and it's being given, it's bestowed upon you by association with the devotees who actually have this. So they use the truths in the book, the conclusive truth, to awaken others. Get them on the path, the right path, the straight and narrow one, where you're not going this way or that way or curving around, and it just goes straight. The narrow path, the straight path, like a laser. That's the conclusive truth of these verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita. But there's no reason to go this way or that way. You just go straight into the kingdom. So knowing my opulences, the world looks upon me with awe and veneration.
Thanks for using.
Ah, I think I'm going to stop for a little bit. That was a good start there. Let's see, Freddie says, solar years. Yeah. Ah. Actually, let me just take some deep breaths. Maybe I can keep going. Everybody take deep breaths too. Okay, I think I'm going to stop for a while. I think I need to rest a little bit. Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. And we'll see you soon. Hare Krishna.